Hello students, in this video we are going to learn structure and development of ovary. You know that ovary is the primary female sex organ. Its main function is production of egg, ovum or female gamete and female reproductive hormones. Hormones like estrogen, progesterone, relaxin, activin and inhibin. In the structure of ovary, we know that ovary is solid, oval or almond-shaped organ. It is located in the upper lateral part of the pelvis near the kidneys. In the structure of ovary, you can see in the figure given in the video that ovary can be divided into two main parts. The inner part is medulla, contains neurovascular structure having loose connective tissue, blood vessel, lymph vessel, nerve fibers. Okay, and the outer part is called as cortex, having or containing ovarian follicles. This ovarian follicle is a compact and granular structure having large number of tiny masses of cells. This cortex is surrounded by cuboidal epithelium or also called as germinal epithelium. These cells are formed from the yolk sac and divide mitotically, and then it is called as oogonia. This oogonia grows continuously. Meanwhile, oogonia is surrounded by a granular structure called as granulosa cells and form rudiments, or we can say that first principle or first structure of ovarian follicle. Interestingly, the formation of primordial follicle or oogenesis or the formation of oogonia starts much before the birth of female baby, and by the end of 12th week, that is 3 months of the age of that female fetus, the ovary is fully formed, containing near about or more than 2 million primordial follicle. Now we are moving to the development of ovary. Development of ovary can be stated in two phases. That is, the first one is development of ovary before puberty and development of ovary after puberty. In the given figure, you can see that the cells of germinal epithelium gives rise to the bunch of oogonia in the cortex in the form of cords. Cords means tube-like structure. It is called as egg tubes of Flugger. Flugger is the name of scientist, German physiologist he was, or embryologist we can say he is. Each cord at, at its end has a round mass of oogonial cell called as egg nest, from which the primordial ovarian follicle develop. Each primordial follicle has at its center a large primary oocyte which is diploid in number. Diploid in number means having a pair of chromosome. This primary oocyte surrounded by a single layer of flat follicular cells. You can see in the figure the primary oocyte start with its meiotic division. Meiotic division means what? In the 11th standard we already studied cell division. Mitosis and meiosis, these are the two types of cell division. In meiosis there are two stages, meiosis first and meiosis second. Here the primary oocyte get arrested at meiosis first. Very interesting part is here now. Of the 2 million primordial follicle embedded in the fetal ovary, only about 1 million remain at the birth. means fully grown baby, female baby having 1 million follicles, and only about 40,000 remain at the time of puberty. Puberty means the age from where the female can reproduce. About 40,000 oocytes, the large scale destruction of primordial follicle or oocytes during the growth, is called atresia. Atresia means the destruction, removal. Okay, the development of primordial follicle into mature follicle or Graafian follicle restart with the onset of puberty, that is at the age of 13 year of the female. This development is a cyclic change in the ovary. The cyclic change starts means it is the menarche, that is starting the menstrual cycle at the age of 13, and the stop of the cycle happens at the age of 45 to 55 year. It is called as menopause. Means the period in between menarche and menopause is the reproductive age of the female and is approximately 32 years. Okay, this is the development of ovary before puberty. Now we are switching to the second phase of development of ovary, that is after puberty. What are the cyclic changes in the ovary can be seen during the each 28 to 30 days, that is in the each menstrual cycle. See student, the developments are occur in the cortical region or cortex. The different stages of development of the oocyte can be seen. These changes are cyclic, occur during each menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle involves maturation of primordial follicle into the primary oocyte, secondary oocyte, and Graafian follicle. Each primary follicle has multilayered cuboidal follicular cells. This cell add theca. Theca means covering, outer layer and inner layer. This theca over the follicle. There are two types of theca to the mature Graafian follicle, that is theca externa, which is outer, and theca interna, which is the inner one. By the addition of theca, now it changes into secondary follicle, in that growth of the secondary oocyte and number of granulosa cells increases and they start secreting hormone. They act as a gland called, this hormone is called as estrogen. Secondary follicle grows into Graafian follicle by addition of more follicular cell, as you can see in the diagram given in the video. The Graafian follicle presses against the thin wall of the ovary, giving it a blister appearance so that it comes out from the ovary. This liberated ovum is taken up by the femri, which is the part of the reproductive system of female. The egg released from the Graafian follicle during ovulation and remaining part of the follicle changes into temporary endocrine gland called as corpus luteum. If in the reproductive system the ovum meets to the sperm, that is fertilization if occurs, the formation of fetus takes place. But if the fertilization does not take place, corpus luteum degenerates into a white scar, a white mass called as corpus albicans. In this way, the development of ovary can be studied. Students, the development of ovary in two stages, I think you can get it very well. Thank you.